What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your top five threats video and episodic series with their little comeback. We were on a break, but this is your top five threats to Kamaru Usman, man. You already know. By the way, before we talk about Usman, we are making it to UFC 274. That was the benchmark. So I'm gonna hit another video probably on Friday for Adesanya, and then next week we're probably gonna hit Glover and then Francis back to back. So I just want to let you know that. But yeah, man, let's talk about Usman, man. He's on a pretty good division. He's the number one pound for pound guy. Got a lot of respect for the guy. I know some people think I don't like him. I respect him. He's done his job, and yeah, man, he's a legit champion. I can't take that away from him. And I don't have a problem with him being pound for pound number one, man. I think he's earned that. But yeah, man, this is a really, really good division. And I mean, last year there were so many guys I could have seen beating him. I felt like he's fought some of those guys, and either I remember I put Chiesa up there, and Chiesa didn't really he didn't do his job, but there were some guys I put up there, and yeah, man, it's interesting. Wonder Boy, they haven't made it, so I've kind of changed things up and added some new guys, but I think this is a legit list. But yeah, at number five, I had to go with Sean Brady. I think Sean Brady is kind of like the dark horse of this division. He's not getting talked about at all. Even though I felt like Chiesa would have beat him in a 5-round fight, and Chiesa was destroying him in that third round. In the last minute, he was almost done. And Chiesa had him with the ropes. But I felt like Chiesa, with the long jab, with a lot of the things he used, played a really smart fight. I don't think Brady can get coached into that again, actually. I think Brady, if he matches up with Wonder Boy, I think Brady dismantles him. I even think Brady beats a guy like Bilal Muhammad. I know that might be a little crazy take, and I respect Bilal. I really do. And I don't have him on here because I don't think he's a legit threat yet. I don't. And to a guy like Usman, all he has to do is develop his striking, enhance his grappling's work. Like, I'm telling you guys, he's really out grappling these guys that are usually out grappling other people. Like what he was able to do to Chiesa for the first 2 rounds. I mean, I was impressed, especially in that first round. The second round is debatable. Some people say Chiesa won, and some people say maybe Chiesa got robbed. But it is what it is. Hey, if Sean Brady wins, Chiesa wins. That's how we're gonna do this now. But the thing is, with Brady, is I really do believe he's gonna grow from that fight, and I think he's gonna show something. I really do. I think he's a guy that no one's talking about, and he could give a lot of problems to guys like Bilal. He was scheduled to fight Bilal Muhammad. People forget this a while back. I think last year. Or maybe it might have been 2020 actually. But yeah, like this is a prospect you guys shouldn't ignore because of one bad performance. But yeah, it is what it is. At number four, I had to go with Gilbert Burns, man. Um, you know, he let me down against a Bumzat a little bit, for not getting the nod. But I was really proud of him. He went out there, fucking fought his heart out, and he didn't give up on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put money on Gilbert, he didn't give up on your money. And I was really, really proud of him. And he's getting a little older, but if that Gilbert, the guy that fought Khamzat, was able to show up against Usman, man, I think we would get another barn burner. We got a barn burner the first time they fought, and I just truly believe Gilbert made a mistake in that first fight, and if he's still in his prime, I know he's 30. I think he's 36 now, but if he's still in that kind of good spot of being a competitor, I think he could give some problems to Usman. I really do. I just don't know if he's gonna get there. That's why I didn't want to add him at first. But man, the guy is a threat. He's a threat. He's so good everywhere. His grappling. His striking is decent. He's legit, man. He's legit one of the hardest stylistic matchups for a lot of people. But yeah, we had to go at number three. I don't consider him a threat at all, but I had to put him in there because you guys would have fucking cried. Khamzat Chimaev. This man will probably lose to Khamzat. Not Khamzat. He probably will lose to himself. He will lose to Usman, man. He will get destroyed, bro. And I mean that with my heart. He is nothing. He's not getting past Colby. He had a good run while it lasted. The fact he got a win over Gilbert, be happy about that, but it is a wrap. He got exposed. He got exposed. His defensive boxing sucks. His grappling is not A1 like everyone wants to think it is. He is overrated. I will give him one thing. His offensive boxing's pretty good. You know, the way he moves his head, dips his head, looks for that uppercut, it's good. His jab is good. His 1-2 is decent. But besides that, he is not good. I mean, I shouldn't say it. He is not. What's the word? He's not going to become a champion. I just truly believe in my heart he will not become a champion at 170. Maybe he could do it at 185. Maybe. But I don't think he can do it at 170. I really don't. If Usman's still alive, there's levels, man. There's levels. You saw what Usman did to Gilbert. I don't like doing the MMA math thing, but you saw. And you saw what he did against Gilbert. There's levels. There's levels. You know? Chimaev got humble. He got humble. He got humble. But at number 2, I had to put Colby Covington. You know, Colby, obviously he's lost twice, so it's a little hard. But in the third fight, I could see him doing something. You know, he could give Usman a run for his money every time they fight. He is that good. You know, they're like Goku and Vegeta. Like, they're that close to each other. That second fight, some people felt like it was a draw or Colby won at least 3 rounds, right? I thought the second round was 10-8. If you gave 3 rounds to Colby, then yeah, it's a draw. It's that 5th round. That 5th round's kind of hard to give to Colby because they didn't do anything, all right? So I could see a situation where, yeah, you could give Usman that fight. I really could, but also I could see a draw. You know, it's a very close fight. You know, it's a very, very close fight. It was a great rivalry, and yeah, you know, you learned a lot. You learned a lot, but in the third fight, maybe he could do something. You never know. I don't like trilogies like that, but for some odd reason, a lot of people have been talking about trilogies like that in MMA. I don't know why. It's weird. I'll just say that. And at number 1, the guy I think will dethrone Usman, Leon Rocky Edwards. I think Leon can do it, man. I think a lot of you guys are acting like he can't. I think Leon's a better striker than him. I think the wrestling aspect of Usman's game is not shown in his last 2 fights. I know he did take down Colby, and I mean, he showed some impressive takedown defense, but besides that, Colby was able to take him down, in my humble opinion. And yeah, and the only reason they wrestled was because Colby initiated it. You know, he's not initiating this wrestling, and I get it, it's against Colby, but against even Jorge was able to get up pretty quickly. Even in the first fight with Trevor Whitman against Jorge, his wrestling didn't look that good. I think his wrestling's getting worse. I think he is getting worse as a fighter. He's about to turn 35. The clock is ticking, Usman. And I think the kneecaps is weak. I think if Leon legit goes for an oblique technique and an oblique heavy strategy, I think he could get him out of there. I honestly really do think Leon will have a masterclass performance. I think Leon's grappling has improved, you know, since then. Since their first fight, I mean, Usman made leaps and bounds. Don't get it twisted over Leon. But ever since his champion, in my humble opinion, his skill-wise, his boxing, I'll give it some credit. It's getting better. But what I'm seeing with these guys is that Leon is more well-rounded. And I know some people might get mad about that, but Usman hasn't. You can't tell me he's had a performance like he had against RDA, a performance like T Wood. He hasn't done that. Masvidal, like people don't understand. Like, they'll call the Woodley fight boring, right? And they'll call the first Masvidal fight boring. But the difference is the technique, the wrestling technique was on point against Woodley. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful, dominant, world-class performance. What he did against Jorge was bad wrestling. You saw it. The scrambles weren't good. The takedowns weren't as clean as it used to be. So, they say it all the time, right? When fucking wrestlers, they learn how to strike. I hope he doesn't think he's fucking Earl Spence, in there. So, but yeah, it is what it is. That is my top 5 thirds video to Kamaru Usman. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. Subscribe. Go click the notification button. Like, comment, and share the video. Love y'all. And goodbye. I'm tired, y'all. I'm sorry.